check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow Unboxing at 18% off of all their natural products, from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. What's going on? We back, Goodfellow Sports TV. Wanted to get this video in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, bell icon button. We'll miss another video. Appreciate the love, support, everybody showing the channel. Blessings to everybody, man. But I think Miguel Berchelt is Gervonta Tank's toughest opponent at the super featherweight division. I watched him beat Mr. Vargas today, and it wasn't nothing new. You know, Vargas looked old as Methuselah, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I broke down film on Berchelt before. I think he was fighting the Miura guy from Japan who's a strong southpaw. Gervonta Tank Davis, I believe, is a southpaw as well too. Davis is a different type of fighter than Miura. He got power in both hands, speed. Davis can box. He's slick, accurate puncher. He got a lot of wrinkles in this game that he hasn't been forced to show. But Miguel Berchelt is a good fleet of foot mover. He can box on the front foot a little bit. He can go to the body, to the head. Quick hands. Solid good feet. But he a little stiff. But Tank Davis and Berchelt is one of the fights that I think should happen in boxing this year. It won't. You know what I'm saying? Berchelt is trying to unify with Jamel Herring and the Ito winner for the WBO. They fighting for the WBO. Ito beat Christopher Diaz for the vacant belt after Lomachenko left it behind. But I think that for Gervonta Tank Davis, and I think for Miguel Berchelt to continue their career on the path of fighting Lomachenko, may it be Lomachenko coming back down, which is rumored to be at the unifiers of the belts at 35, or them moving up. I think it's important for them two to clash with each other before fighting Lomachenko to get that experience. For Miguel Berchelt, it's important, and he got knocked out by a guy that Jamel Herring beat at 135. The guy was tall, can't remember his name, but he was down at 26 at the time. And this dude was like, he had to be almost 6 foot fighting at that weight class. And I believe he iced Berchelt with a hook. He knocked out Berchelt with a hook. And the problem with Berchelt is he don't move his head. He a little stiff. He got good feet and fast hands, but he a tad bit stiff. But he got power. He work up and down well. But before he fights a guy like Lomachenko, he needs an elusive target, a guy that can box, a guy that's athletic, a guy that's fast. And, of course, Gervonta brings a different dynamic to boxing than Lomachenko. He brings power. He brings speed. He brings slickness. Lomachenko, he ain't slick, though. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko got good feet. He not really defensive. They call him defensive, but he really comes down the pipe. He's an aggressive, offensive, front foot European fighter that got flashy footwork. But he not slippery up top. He makes it seem like he's slippery with a lot of shoe shining, and he got a lot of veteran tactics that he used when coming down and using different angles. You know what I'm saying? So this will help Berchelt get ready for Lomachenko, because Tank Davis is fast and he powerful, but he just on another level with his dimensions. You know what I'm saying? What he brings to the game. Tank can not only fight on the front foot, he can fight on the back foot, side to side. And so for Gervonta Tank Davis, this is the test that you need versus Miguel Berchelt to prove that you can compete with Lomachenko. It's not so much that Miguel Berchelt mimics Lomachenko, like I was trying to say with Gervonta. It's the fact that it's levels to this, and if it's Loma's on one level, then you need to fight somebody that's comparable on that level. And I feel both of those guys are gateways to get to that Lomachenko level, or to prove that Lomachenko not on their level. And they need each other. It's a fight that need to happen. It's a fight that Bob and Al need to sit down and chop up. See, they talking about Tevin Farmer unifying. Look here, that's small potato. Tevin Farmer going to get hawk smashed by either one of these guys, and by Lomachenko. But this fight right here will have Fight of the Year written all over it. Gervonta Tank Davis, like fighting out in L.A., made the fight happen out in L.A. This could be a good Vegas fight. This is a tremendous fight. If they can figure out how to make Crawford and Errol Spence or Wilder and Fury, this is one of the fights that should come right after that. This is a fan-friendly fight. Berchelt been in the game for years. He moved up from 26 to 30. He deserved this type of fight. Gervonta Tank Davis he needs to give this type of fight to his fans. to solidify that he is like one of the most talented young fighters in the world. And it ain't like Berchelt ain't been beat before, but the thing about it is he got beat by an opponent that was squeezing down to 126 who was on some Jared Hurd type ish. So at the end of the day, Gervonta Tank Davis can't bring that dynamic that guy threw that hook over the top. Miguel Berchelt did not know how to attack a taller fighter. Like I said before, he is stiff. That's the problem with him. And that's what Gervonta Tank Davis should look for, and Lomachenko, when they fight him, should look for, that this dude is really, really stiff. He ain't going to move his head. He going to stick straight up and down like a broomstick, and you able to work him. But the thing about it is he got flashy hand speed, and he got good footwork. He's just not one of those Mexican fighters that come forward and you just light him up like a punching bag. These Mexican fighters are evolving as well, too. They coming with good footwork. We seen it with Nervez versus Dogbo Saturday night. We seen it with Canelo. He getting a little bit better upper body movement. Juan Estrada. You seeing these young Mexican boxing fighters now developing boxing skills, and they not your grandpa's, fighters like Chavez Sr. was and stuff of that nature. But for Tank, this should be imperative for him to want to unify and get that WBC belt. Don't Floyd tell him that that's the belt of his choice? And shouldn't they be going for that? Why not unify the Super WBA with the WBC belt? I know Berchelt said he wanted to fight Ito, and pretty much the politics probably made him not want to say Gervonta Tank Davis. But as much as Berchelt need this fight to get ready for Lomachenko and get that universal shine, so does Gervonta Tank Davis. He need this fight to prove that he is the real deal fighter. And this could be on the way, his fight on the way to a pound for pound list that's getting exposed. On the daily, it's guys falling off of the list. It's guys move up to heavyweight that need to fall off the list because you don't rate heavyweights. I mean, Gervonta Tank Davis could legitimately make a run and get into the top 5 pound for pound by fighting Berchelt, beating up on Tevin Farmer, and then fighting Lomachenko could put him right up there, man. And that's doable. But you know what? They're going to keep having to move at baby steps. And before long, you're going to get some established stars up there that's going to take that pound for pound spot. And he's going to let his opportunities go by the hand. What if Lomachenko get beat? What if he choose to retire? What if Berchelt choose to retire? He get beat. You got to remember, 135 ain't been hot in a long time. It ain't been a lot of hot 135 pounders, man. That's been a real dead division for a long time. So while you got the opportunity to have the fighters at 30 and 35, you need to take advantage of it, man, and really paint your resume, really paint your legacy right now, and pad your resume while you can, because before you know it, you're gonna be down there with a whole bunch of fighters nobody know of, who ain't built no name up, and you're not gonna get credit. They're gonna say, "Oh, Tank Davis is a good fighter, but he don't have that signature name on his resume." Same thing that Lomachenko going through. He had an opportunity to fight Pacquiao and keep Pacquiao on top rank. He chose not to fight him. Now he's sitting here trying to beg Gervonta Tank Davis to put a name on his resume. But guess what? If he retired today, he ain't got no name on his resume that nobody say, "Damn, that was a good fight," or that was an all-time great fighter. Rigondeaux had to move up 2 weight classes. So that's the issue with that. But if these two dudes get it on, this would be a classic fight, man. This would be a war to tell you a lot about Gervonta Tank Davis. Berchelt going to test his will. He going to test his body. And also it's going to let you know how big of a puncher Gervonta Tank Davis is, because, Miguel Berchelt, he a real deal Mexican. He not going to just fold at the sight of getting hit. The Tank Davis really going to have to take this dude out. And it'll really open Tank Davis to that Hispanic community that Floyd is trying to expose from him and make him a pay-per-view star off of, like what happened, like what Al and Leonard Ellaby done for him. So if they really want Gervonta Tank Davis to be on the up and up, and they want him to really break into that crossover crowd, what better fight is to make than Gervonta Tank Davis versus Miguel Berchelt out there in Southern California and make it a spectacle? Even if you got to put a few other Hispanic versus blacks on the undercard, that make the most sense in my opinion. But hey, it is what it is, man. Let me know what y'all think about Gervonta Tank Davis potentially taking on Miguel Berchelt. I think those are one of the 5 or 10 fights that should happen real soon, man. And I think it's imperative for it to happen. I think it'll be a treat for all boxing fans. But hey, it's Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellas1Boxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products, soaps, lotions, foot soaps, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, and much more. And, check them out, man. They got 100% all natural products, something for the man, the woman, house, and them kids. But other than that, don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request. Shout out to all the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day. Goodfella Sports TV, your boy CJ Goodfella. Let me know what you guys think about the video and about the potential matchup. One time for the one time.